Hello, Kirby World. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of 5 Minutes with Mark. Hey, I have a special guest here with me today, my good buddy,
Randy McCreary.
I could have introduced you, but I figured that way there, you had to know who you were.
I appreciate that.
Hey, we're excited to talk to you guys today about something near and dear to my heart because I came into the Kirby business as a Kirby lifer. My dad brought me in, and then as life would work out, Randy brought in his son into the Kirby business. And we both know that people who come into Kirby on the Kirby Life program tend to succeed at a higher level. In fact, Randy, you did a study on this, and what were the stats on that? A blind recruit versus a Kirby Life, the likelihood to get to a K-pin.
Well, it normally takes, in its traditional recruiting program, if you recruit 10 people to get an icebreaker, only one goes on to probably earn their silver K. But if they're Kirby Life, because you've personally spoke to them about the opportunity, it's 1 out of 2. And if you really did it personally, like I did with my son or your father did with you, it was 1 out of 1. So their career gets accelerated exponentially because they're not coming in blind. They know what they're doing, they know what to expect, and they understand the opportunity because they know someone who's already successful at it. So they're excited to come and join that opportunity.
You know, that makes total sense, and that was going to be my next question, but since you already answered it, let me ask you this. What type of I know my dad trained me in the field, and I learned how to sell Kirby's by shadowing him, and I literally saw him selling Kirby's, and it just seemed so easy. How did you get stone trained?
He actually came to me and said he wanted to be in Kirby during the summers of 2019, and he worked a summer job. But if you want to do Kirby, let's go. So I took him to the field, and we knocked doors where I got in. We did the demo. I made the sale, and he saw exactly what was expected of him, what he was supposed to do. He asked me how much money would he made. I told him. He's like, okay, I'm in. And from there on in, he went out and got his 5 months and 15 sales, and now is a factory distributor.
So that's a beautiful story, very similar to mine, only you'd have to go back about 3 or 4 decades. But the reality of this is, he and myself came into Kirby. We watched somebody who knew what they were doing. We saw the demo in the home. We saw the dirt pads. We saw the customers buy. And excuse me, I believe that's how and why we got sold. So there's nothing wrong with blind recruiting because you're kind of pitching them in an office and you're giving them a job. But the likelihood of somebody becoming successful quicker is definitely higher, much higher, 1 out of 10 versus almost 1 out of 1 on Kirby Life. And what do you feel as though the best Kirby Life program is that you've heard of recently, as far as compensating a dealer for bringing in a buddy?
Well, the traditional one right now is that when they come in to get their icebreaker, that dealer gets some financial compensation. It started off at $100, but I think a lot of distributors recognize that it's such a much better way to recruit potential strong candidates. They upped that to $300. Some distributors even went to $500 because it truly pays for itself. And then, of course, that 6th sale, that's when they got that free Kirby, and we award that as quickly as we can because that's just an incentive for them to maybe get more Kirby Lives. And the thing we find interesting, if you're brought in as a Kirby Life person, I was not, but I brought in my brother, I brought in my brother-in-law, I brought in my son, I brought in like 5 or 6 of my best friends because I understood the opportunity. But what they did is that they brought people in, because they were brought in under that same, I'll say, umbrella of opportunity, and that they wanted to share that with other people. So Kirby Life recruits get more Kirby Life recruits. So it becomes more positive. But the value of a dealer today isn't just the ability to do a demo, it's the ability to help them recruit and grow their own future business because you can take them with you when you open up an office.
So you're literally building a business within your own business as you're learning. And if I'm a dealer and I bring a couple guys in, when I become a team leader, they're on my team. And then when I open up my office, I probably have a 15-plus dealer or a team leader and a recruiter. So Kirby Life is clutch. You can do it in a home. It's in your proof book. Ask people if they know anybody or they themselves if they'd like to work full or part-time, make some extra income. Okay, let's just think about this. Start pitching Kirby Life wherever you go. Always have some business cards. Talk to people about the opportunity. Give them a card and then get their name and number and make Kirby Life a priority because, as Randy said, you're making money selling Kirby's, but imagine making money off of everybody else that you bring into Kirby. The icebreaker money, a 3 sale money, and a free Kirby on 6. What a tremendous program. Hey, Randy, I want to thank you for coming over today.
No problem. Let me make one quick comment.
Go
too.
ahead, sir.
Don't be afraid they bring people in on a part-time basis, because some of our most successful people in Kirby today started part-time through a Kirby Life program and then actually ended up choosing Kirby as a career. I started as a college student.
So did I.
And chose Kirby as a career, and a lot of people we know that are successful did the same. So it doesn't have to be a full-time pitch right away. Sometimes guys want to come and just do a side hustle and take the advantage of the opportunity you just mentioned, and then they end up choosing it. So hey, it was a pleasure being on 5 Minutes with Mark. I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. Unfortunately, I think it turned out to be 7.5 minutes with Mark because you can talk. We are
Positive.
And we are
out.